This video is dedicated to operators and expressions. I'm going to explain you what expressions in JavaScript are. For instance, when you're writing 7 plus 5 is equal to 12, 7 and 5 are operands. Plus is operator and 12 is the result. We are going to understand all these basics in this video, and also we are going to see the types of operators which are present in JavaScript. Expression in JavaScript, on the other hand, is a value which can be given to either a variable or a constant, or it can even be returned from a function, which we are going to see in the later videos. When I say not of true, not is an operator, true is an operand, and the result of not of true is going to be false, and false is the result, which explains that operands need not be 2 in number. They can even be 1 in number. You can even have one operator, one operand, and one result. Not of true is equal to false is a classic example of that. When I say something like 7 semicolon, or even if I say not of true semicolon, that in itself is a valid JavaScript program. A lot of people get confused with this, but this is a valid JavaScript program. We are not assigning it to any variable. We are not doing anything extra, but not of true is equal to false semicolon or 7 semicolon is a valid JavaScript program. We'll now go to a computer screen and see how these concepts are useful in JavaScript, and I'm going to create programs for you explaining all of these concepts very clearly. Let's get started. So with this video, we are going to start operators and expressions, which is going to be a chapter number 2. So let me open the PDF of chapter number 2, and we are then going to see in detail what chapter number 2 has to offer for us. So let me also open this thing in VS Code so that you can see where I'm making the programs. And also I'm going to say 01 underscore operators underscore expressions.js. Okay, so let's go to chapter number 2 and let's try to understand what chapter number 2 has to tell us. Okay, so a fragment of code that produces a value is called an expression. So if I say 7 semicolon or 8 semicolon, this is a code which actually is a valid JavaScript program. I'll tell you why. So this is simply an expression. Okay, if I say false, this program does nothing at all, but this is a valid JavaScript program. Let me tell you, if I run this, you'll see nothing happens, but this is a valid JavaScript programs. You see nothing happening, but also you don't see any error, which means this is a valid JavaScript program. Okay, so what is basically happening here is we are simply writing a literal. Okay, but we want our programs to do something, because the purpose of our program is going to be something. We want a program to do something for us. So every value written literally is an expression. So this is an expression. But if we operate two expressions using an operator, so basically if I say 8 plus 9 is equal to, we can make JavaScript do this. I'll explain you what operators are now. So there are different types of operators in JavaScript. One of the operators is arithmetic operators, then we have assignment operators, then we have comparison operators, and then we have logical operators as well. So let's do one thing. Let's try to understand arithmetic operators. So let me say arithmetic operators, and let me also do something like this. A plus B is equal to, and I'm going to say A plus B. Okay, also I'm going to say let A is equal to 4 and let B is equal to 7. Okay, so 7 plus 4 is going to be 11. Okay, also I'm going to use different types of operators, different types of arithmetic operators on these two numbers. So if I do something like this, let me change this to 14. Okay, let me change this to 15 actually. So if I change this to 15 and let me change this to 3 or maybe 2, if I save, you'll see that A plus B is 17, 15 plus 2 is 17, A minus B is 13, A multiplied by B is 30, and A divided by B is 7.5. This is something that you should note. In languages like C, when we divide 15 by 2, you get 7. You don't get anything in decimal. The result is also an integer. The operation between an integer and integer is an integer in C language, but not in JavaScript. JavaScript is going to tell you exactly the value of this expression, as you can see here. Okay, now Let's talk about another operator, which is the modulo operator. So if I do something like this, a%b, and if I run this, you'll see that a%b is equal to 1. So this is basically telling me the remainder when we divide 15 by 2. This is the remainder, 1 is the remainder. If you change these numbers, you are going to see something else. Okay, I am also going to add two more things. I'm going to say a is equal to and b is equal to, so that in the output itself you can see the value of a and b. Okay, so if I do something like this, you'll see a is equal to 15, b is equal to 2, a plus b is this, a minus b is this, and so on. Okay, now there are two more operators that I want to tell you. So star is the exponentiation operator. Okay, so if I do something like this, if I say a star b, this is actually an exponentiation operator. Okay, this is basically raising a to the power of b, so 15 square, which is going to be 225, as you can see. Okay, so this is how this works, and I hope that you are getting how all these things are working. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to explain you two operators, which are plus and minus. Plus and minus are actually assignment operators as well as arithmetic operators, because they are performing both the actions. So now let me show you how these work, and this is really going to be very helpful for you for your future JavaScript journey if you understand how plus operator works. So a lot of people must be thinking that why am I teaching so basic, why am I not telling you the exact thing, why am I not going to the promises, callbacks, all the difficult stuff in JavaScript, because this is the ultimate JavaScript course and this is meant for beginners. Okay, so don't expect me to just dive into the difficult topics, all the topics that in your head you are thinking that okay, I'm going to teach this topic and you're waiting for that topic. No, I'm going to teach everything. So if you stick to this course, you're going to see each and every topic being taught. Okay, with that said, I'll say a plus prints. What will it print? Tell me. It is actually going to print the value of a, which is 15. I'll tell you how this works. But if I change this to plus a, what will happen is I'm going to comment this line out. I'll tell you why I'm doing this, and I'm going to explain this very clearly. So plus a actually increments the value of a with 1. You can see that the value of a was initially 15, but now the value of a has been changed to 16. 1 has been added to the value of a. Why does this happen? So if I say console.log plus a prints 16, why does this print 16 and this thing was printing 15? So what happens is when you say a plus, this means that print a and then increment a. Print a, then add 1 to a, which is increment a. So when I say a plus, it will print 15, but actually it will change the value of a to 16. The next time you print a, it's going to be 16. Okay, after this line. Now plus a on the other hand increments first and then prints. So in this case, it's actually incrementing 15 to 16. The value of a now becomes 16 and 16 is being printed. Okay. The next time you print a is going to be 16. So this kind of operator actually modifies the value of a, and at the same time, it might print the incremented value of a. In which case will it print incremented value of a? In this case, it is going to print incremented value of a, but in this case, it is going to print a as it is, and then it is going to increment 1 to a. Okay, I hope that this is very clear to all of you, and I hope that you will be able to figure out how decrement operator works in a similar situation. I want you to do one thing. Let's create a quiz for you. Okay, so I want you to tell me what this prints. Okay, and even I don't know what this prints. So I want you to tell me in the comments what the output is going to be, and then I'm going to discuss it. So pause the video, tell me what the output of this thing is going to be, and then I'm going to, tell you what the output is going to be. Okay, so I'm waiting for your comment. You can pause the video. So I hope that you solved this problem and, posted a comment. So when this line actually runs, the value of a becomes 16. Okay, and 16 is printed. So I'm going to say 16 is printed, and then what happens, this is the value of a is now 16, minus a will actually print 15, and the value of a is going to be 15. So it prints 15 and the value of a becomes 15. So this is the value of a. Now a minus the value of a becomes 14, but it prints 15 because we are actually writing a minus. So it prints 15 first and then it changes the value of a to 14. Now I'll remove all these because I just wanted to type the current value of a here. So this is how the output is going to be, and obviously this will print plus plus a prints. This is going to be printed. Okay, let me run this and it will run because this is the valid JavaScript program. 16 15 15. So I hope that you were able to get the answer right. If you weren't, then believe me, you need to watch this video again. Okay, and I am very hopeful that you will be able to understand after watching this video once again. So we just talked about arithmetic operators. Now let's talk about assignment operators. What exactly are assignment operators? Assignment operators simply assign a value to a variable. So if you say x is equal to y, it simply assigns the value of y to x. When I say let b is equal to 2, equals to is an assignment operator. So let me actually type this, assignment operators. Assignment operators. So if I say let c is equal to 5, this is an assignment operator. Now if I say c plus equals to 7, this means same as c is equal to c plus 7. Okay, and if I say something like this, c minus equals to say 1, this is same as c is equal to c minus 1. Okay, so this is how this works. Okay, c plus equals to 7, c minus equals to 1, and this is how assignment operators work. So equals to, equals to, the plain equals to works the way you expect it to. Plus equals to will actually be similar to this thing, x is equal to x plus 5. If you say x plus equals to 3, it means x is equal to x plus 3. If you say x minus equals to 5, it means x is equal to x minus 5. And if you say x divide equals to 7, it means x is equal to x divided by 7. If you say x percentage equals to 8, it means x is equal to x percent 8. Okay, so exactly like c plus equals to 7 works, c minus equals to 1 works, c percent equals to, c double star equals to also works. Okay, I hope that this is very clear to all of you. So this is how assignment operator works. Okay, talking about the comparison operators, what exactly are comparison operators? So comparison operators are designed to return a boolean. Okay, either a is equal to b or a is not equal to b. Either c is equal to d or it's not equal to d. Either c is greater than 0 or it's not greater than 0. Let me show you how comparison operators work. So let me do something like this. Comparison operators. Let us say op1 is equal to 5 and we have var5 is equal to 8. These are random names for the variables that I've taken. Now if I say console.log 5 is greater than, op1 is greater than 0. Is it true or false? Is op1 greater than 0 or it's lesser than 0? It's actually greater than 0. So true will be printed on the screen. The result is going to be a boolean. And also if I do something like this, op1 double equals to 5, this is also true because equals to is an assignment operator. Double equals to actually checks for value being equal to this number or not. So op1 double equals to 5 means, is op1 equals to 5? Yes it is. Since it is, true is printed. Okay, now if I run this program once again, you will see op1 equals to 51 is false. Okay, now what is triple equals to? If I do something like this, op1 triple equals to 5. Listen to this very carefully. This is very important. This is something that you might not know. Again, I'm telling you. So op1 triple equals to 5 means that is op1 equals to 5 or not, and is the type of op1 is also equal to number. The type of op1 is also equal to the type of this literal or not. Is op1 a number or not? Both the things. So if I do something like this, I'll show you one example. If I do something like this, if I say op1 is equal to 5, if I say op1, let me comment this and let me also do something like this. If I say is the value of op1 equals to 5, yes, the value of op1 is equals to 5. Is the value as well as type of op1 is equal to the value of this and the type of this? No, the type of this is integer, which is a number, and type of this is a string. Okay, so these are not the same types. Is the type of op1 same as type of 5? Type and value. Okay, and I am a copy paster, guys. Seriously, I love to copy paste when I can. Why not copy paste when you can? Is the value of not type, is the value of op1 same as value of 5? not here, not here. Okay, so we are basically asking whether the value of op1 is equal to 5 or not. Okay, is it the same as value of 5? Now here I am asking, is the type and value of op1 same as type and value of 5? So no, type of op1 is string and the type of little 5 is number. If I run this, you'll see true and false. I hope this is clear, crystal clear. Okay, now we have not equals to, we even have not double equals to, and this exactly does the same thing. Is the value as well as the type not equal or not? So not equal value or not equal type, any one of these. Okay, if I do something like this, not double equals to, let me show you. If I do something like this, not double equals to, not equals to, and not double equals to, not double equals to, let us say, if I do something like this, let me remove these comments because I wrote these comments for the previous ones. So it's actually showing false and true. So op1 is not equals to 5, this is false because op1 is actually equals to 5. op1 not double equals to 5, yes, this is true because the type is not matching. Value is matching, but the type is not matching. Okay, I hope that this is clear. Now greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to is something that I want you to explore. I am not going to tell you each operator one by one. I don't want to create sample programs for each comparison operators. You guys do it yourself. Okay, as a practice set, just do it as a quiz. Okay, and do not skip this part. Do it. Try to see if you are able to print op1 is greater than, I actually told you greater than, so you try greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, less than. Okay, all these operators. Ternary operator is something that I'm going to show you very soon. So let's not talk about ternary operator right now, but let's talk about logical operators. What exactly are logical operators? So if we have two booleans, okay, if we have two booleans, logical operators. Now let us say we have two booleans. Let b1 is equal to true and let b2 is equal to false. Okay, if I print b1 and b2, what is going to be printed? If both of these are true, true will be printed. If both of these are false, false will be printed. If one is true, one is false, then false will be printed. This is the AND operator. AND means that both should be true, otherwise false. Okay, so let's also print b1 or b2. And is there any other logical operator? Not. If I print not of b1 or not of b2, it is going to reverse. Okay, let me show you all of these one by one. If I say b1 and b2, b1 is true but b2 is false. Both have to be true for this to be true. Okay, if there is an AND operator, if both the values are true, it will print true, otherwise false. So it's printing false. b1 or b2, at least one of these should be true, then true will be printed, otherwise false will be printed. At least one is true, b1 is true, so true will be printed. Now not operator actually reverses the boolean value. If it's true, it becomes false. If it's false, it becomes true. b1 was true, so it became false. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. So these were logical operators. Okay, now we even have bitwise operators. Apart from all these, we also have type operators and bitwise operators. Type of is an example of type operator, and bitwise operator is something that performs bit by bit operations. We are going to see bitwise operators later in this course, but for now we are going to skip how bitwise operators work. It's actually very simple. They convert the number to the binary form first, and they perform the operation bit by bit. Okay, now one thing that I want you to know is, if I say 7 plus 8 is equal to 15, then 15 is the result, plus is the operator, and these both are operands. This is something that should be clear to all of you. Now let's talk about comments in JavaScript. Now we are already using comments. Okay, we are already using comments. Comment is something which is actually ignored by JavaScript. So if I do something like this, this is a comment. I've actually written a comment here. This will be ignored. This will not be passed. This will be ignored because I have double slash. This is a single line comment. So this is a single line comment, and this is a multi-line comment. Okay, and I can close this comment like this. Okay, so this is a multi-line comment. Something like this is being displayed, and this program will run because this is a comment. This is something that will not be executed by the JavaScript engine. This will be ignored by the JavaScript engine, and you can see that this is being printed on the screen. Okay, so Now a comment in JavaScript can be written like this. I've already told you how single line comment works, how multi-line comments works. Now sometimes comments are used to prevent the execution of some lines of code. So let us say you have a function and you want it to not be a part of your program. So you can simply comment it out. You can simply select, and in most of the popular IDEs what you can do is simply press Ctrl+/ and it will be commented. And once again if you press Ctrl/ it will be uncommented like this. So comment, uncomment. Comment, uncomment, comment, uncomment, I hope that you're able to understand this. Okay, so that was all about the operators, expressions and comments in JavaScript. Explore the notes. I've written these notes for all of you, and I hope that these notes are worked well for you to understand all these things. So if you haven't already accessed the JavaScript playlist, make sure you bookmark this playlist and actually save this playlist as well. Thank you so much guys for watching this video, and I will see you next time.